All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to do a 6-month review on having the modular home. Ours is off-frame. You can have on or off-frame modular. We're going to go through some of the pros and cons of it that we have found out so far for this 6 months. And at the end of it, we're going to give a little bit of extra footage. I have a claustrophobia problem, but my brother's the one holding the camera right now, and we're going to go explore the caves finally exploring the caves on our land back there. So we're going to throw that at the end of the video to show whether we actually do have true, legit caves. So stay tuned for the end of the video for that. But for right now, let's go ahead and see what issues we got. All right, so now that we're here in the house, there are a few goods, pros, cons, however you want to specify it. But also, I actually did get some of that drone footage, but we'll see if it shows up at the end of the video. So a few things I had described previously that we figured out was wrong. So light switches, absolutely horrible. But we have got used to it to where that's not a big ordeal. And another great thing about this modular home with the company we went through, can't say for every company in the country that they'll do what they need to do, but at the end of the day, they've had one of their workers out here, I think 4 times already, and we're at our 6-month mark. He fixed a whole backside siding over here, this whole half on this side, just because he's seen some waves in it. I was like, yeah, if you just want to replace those few little things, like, no, we're going to do it right. We're going to replace the whole section of siding. So that was awesome. After it's all said and done, all the extra materials that were left over afterwards, like extra septic lining and all that stuff, still have all that. Still have extra siding, still have extra sheetrock, still have some extra trim, still have some extra things that, since we paid for it, they didn't take it with them. They actually left it here. Which I know whenever you buy a new house, usually there's some extra left over too. But I still have all the original paint, so if we want to repaint anything, all good to go. So let's start off with one of the very small, simple flaws. Being that you can't order granite or anything like that, that's really annoying. So we do need to throw quartz or granite in here, or something just better than this. All right, so then we move around. By the way, I know I've mentioned this before. Someone thought this was a picture of me with my kids. It's actually my dad. Just throwing that out there. Just look a whole lot alike. But now that we're standing right here, now that it has become cold. Last week we had lows in the 20s, low 20s last week, and I guess the house started to settle a whole lot more. But they've already fixed creaks, but yet with the dogs in here, it's really hard to hear over their hard breathing because we've been out doing the cave spelunking out there. Surely my cameraman over there, he's moving around, he's bigger than me. Anyways, we have creeks literally like at this awkward spot. Specifically all the way right through here, between these 2 walls here, which is like the halfway point of the house almost. There's a big... Excuse me, buddy. You can have fun here in a second. We've been playing all day. Anyways, and then there's a massive bump right here. There's a big, massive dip right here that they had spoke something about having to actually cut away some of the actual structural engineering underneath the house to fix how that is. They haven't been back yet, so that's kind of a flaw because that's very, very scrappy. Scrappy. Leave the cameraman alone.
He's good.
Leave him alone. So anyways, so that really bothers us. Then they've come out and they fixed all the ductwork for the fireplace, all that stuff. The biggest issue I found with this, which a new house doesn't come with it either, but if you always seen this house about an hour ago, it looks pretty rough. They need a self-cleaning house is what you need to be able to buy. Especially with 2 kids, one of them's 4 years old, pulls everything out. Can't show you the Murphy's door room, the good old secret room, because he absolutely trashed it before the family went to Canada yesterday. So, but I've got a class, I've got to be here, so here we are. Anyways, so here is my other big pet peeve other than light switch, well, location light switch is one. The way they work is another. Come on in here, buddy. I know. I'm the claustrophobic one. You'll be all right.
It's the outside light switch, isn't it?
Oh, no, I find that really funny. When my daughter's using the bathroom, She wants any attitude. It's great. But anyways, but right here, I'm gonna try to turn off this light. I'm acting like a child right now, like how they just hit the heck out of it. So, but like all the light switches are very sensitive to where you got to do it nice and slow.
Huh.
So the kids are like, "Oh, I hit the light switch, I'm out of here." And the parents are like, "You're not in that room anymore. Why is the light on?" I turned it off, Dad. I swear I turned it off. I was like, "You're over there wasting money." But no, it's like light switches are horrible in this place. And this is very, very tedious, but I feel like it is something that they should pay attention to. That is one dim light, isn't it? Pretty dim. The light fixtures here are absolutely horrible too, but it comes with people. When we bought this house, was paying $270 a square foot. We paid just over half at $142 a square foot. So, but like this door right here, it's my son's room. As you can tell by the horrible mess, but they mixed up the door handles from the laundry room that's not supposed to have a lock, so I had to come in here and swap out the locks. You can say that's tedious and petty, but at the end of the day, it's like, that's just something the person, when they're walking through, make sure everything's good to go, they fix it. And then, for the last and final, well, my son loves to build forts and take the cushions off, so that one's still messed up. But the biggest issue, and this is a massive issue in my eyes, so coming from here, if you're going to do a double wide, off-frame modular, or on-frame modular, any concept like this, a few of my friends have used the same company I used, but they wanted basements. Which, yeah, we've got a massive crawl space. Like, it's 12 foot tall in one corner. If we would have realized that it was going to be that tall, we probably would have at least put in a half basement. But if you are doing a basement with a modular home, they screw it all up on their estimates. They do gosh awful on the estimates. A friend of mine right now, he is waiting on his. Come to find out, the basement ended up being twice what they estimated, because there's not a whole lot of people that put basements under these, which you have to be an off-frame modular for the basement, by the way. But if you're going that route, whatever they estimate for that, tell them to double it so that you're not paying out of pocket to try to get that basement. And that is a massive issue right now. A friend of mine, they started a couple months ago, and they require you to follow up. Like, hey, you said somebody's going to be here for grading today. No one's here. But, you know, typically someone's like, oh, maybe it's this or that. Well, 2-3 days later, I made the call for them because they're overly nice, amazing people, but I know you have to be persistent. So I had to make the call, or I went ahead and make the call. I didn't have to, but I went ahead and made the call for them because they're great people. I was like, hey, I'm the one that referenced these people. Had to give them a call. They had someone there that day, but it's like, why do you have to make a call when they tell you the grading will be done today? But so basement issue wise, if you want a basement under one of these, you have to get someone to actually do a detailed report on what it's going to cost. Because they throw out a random number out there, hoping somebody will take the cheap bid, but nobody does. So, anyways, that was the very negative side of it. If you want a basement, you're going to have some issues. Love the house. The house is great. It's smaller than our last house, but I truly love it because we didn't use a lot of our last house. So this works out great for us. It doesn't have 10-foot ceilings or anything like that, but that's just more heating and cooling you have to do. So think about that in the long run. Whenever you're like, oh, if I go build a regular house, yeah, it'll still probably be $100 more per square foot. But on top of that, people want all these 9-10-foot ceilings. That's just more heating and cooling. You're spending more money on top of the more money you're spending. So there's a very positive note on these. Now you can get them in 9-foot. You couldn't get this model in 9-foot when we bought it. So this is 8-foot ceilings, but that just saves us more money. And it's built with 2x6s, so there's extra insulation. Our last heating bill was $83. Haven't seen a heating bill like that since I was in college for the first time over a decade ago. But anyways, all right, so let's go ahead and get into the whole, let's find a cave and see if we can do some spelunking. Well, okay, my brother that's holding the phone because he's better at it. So here we are, we got the protector dogs. But We're about, what, halfway into the woods? And we never even noticed this one?
Yeah.
And I will give full credit to my brother over here. What are you, 6'2"?
Yeah.
He's about 6'2", weighs about 200 pounds. And he somehow finds ways to fit into places my wife can't. That's 5'4" and 120 pounds. but
breathing, you gotta trust your breathing.
Yeah, like he literally like sucks or blows his air out to slide through holes they can't fit in. It's ridiculous. But that one right there looks like it's a no-go for now. It's pretty filled up, and we gotta come back here later on and be able to pull some brush and everything out of the way. So off to the one that we were originally looking for, right?
Yeah.
We just happened to see that one on the way. Hey, Davey.
Yo.
So what have you found over there so far? About 3 cattle's worth of bones over there?
Yeah, a few bones, that's about it.
All right, so just if nobody knows, in Northeast Tennessee, we are very well known for actual caves and sinkholes around here. So that's why we're so interested on trying to do this. And, well, he does it for a hobby. So I'm going to let him go down the hole, and I'm here for 911 if needed.
For different reasons.
More cattle bones.
Yeah, that's good.
The tarp maybe just to cover it?
I guess.
But that's a really crappy way to cover a big hole.
Yeah, I guess they threw a cow.
You sweating, Davey? You good?
No, I'm a little warm. I got pants on. We did some hiking just now. And I almost died over there.
Yeah. Wearing my shorts and my tennis shoes because I knew you were going in the hole, not me.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Oh, yeah, by the way, we found the hole that we've been looking for. Finally.
I'm gonna try to get my feet to where those leaves are down there.
All right.
And I'm gonna be leaning up against this, hopefully with my chest, so I can see what's down there. Because for all I know, it could be like a 100-foot drop. Like, that's how caves around here typically go.
Yeah, but the problem is I told you to bring a rope. Where's our rope?
Well, I don't have any rope, so. Want to hear the good news, though?
Yeah.
There is a slight breeze.
Oh, a slight breeze. Ooh. Does that mean we found a new campsite?
It means we found a cave that might be bigger than 10 feet. I'll be honest, this is pretty I'm
gonna have to bleep that out. Way to go, hero. Why is it crappy? It looks like you're fitting in there just fine, buddy.
There's nothing we can get in.
But does it go somewhere? Whether you can fit or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Could be a cool cave. I mean, he's 6'2" and I don't see him. Let's go somewhere. You alive, Davey?
Yeah, for now.
That didn't sound very confident.
It's like big enough so I can tumble down there.
Oh, guys, watch out. He's starting to dig so he can tunnel in.
It goes back this way, but then it goes back under me. It's like a zigzag.
Oh, were you listening for the echo from the rock?
Yeah. Damn it.
So just kick down really hard and see if you can make a shortcut.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Ow!
Did that get you?
You hit me with the glass, man.
Did that get you?
Yeah.
My bad.
All right, so the story is you think where you're standing right now has been filled in with all the loose rocks and the loose dirt and the glass bottle you just hit me with?
Yeah, the glass bottle. I think it's I think they just filled it in because it kind of does like a zigzag where it goes where my feet are right now, then it goes under this way probably about 3 or 4 feet, and then it goes back the other way.
I think if you just jump really hard, you'll make a shortcut.
Probably. Honestly, if you had enough pressure, you probably would be able to press this in. All right.
Oh, what, you want help?
Oh, God.
No, I'm just standing here. All right, well, it's a bust for now, but we know where to come back to. All right, just before we enter the house, though, I know we already shot the house part, but now it looks like he's doing VR stuff over here. Did you all realize I told you all a few videos ago I was going to do a whole lot of drone footage around the house and all that great stuff because my brother's a master of the drone over here. But there's one big problem. They have now made it to where if you put it on anything that is commercial use or there's a possibility of making money, he cannot drive it without basically a pilot's license for a drone.
Pretty much,
which is absurd. And we're a very small YouTube channel, and technically at the end of the day, our channel loses money. We spend more than what we make to make the footage.
For sure.
So, honestly, I'm not allowed to show you any of this drone footage. Actually, at some point in time, I'm gonna demonetize a video. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna demonetize everything to where there is no profits.
I'm not going. I'm not going above 400 feet. We'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's. We'll see if there's any drone footage at the end of this video. It baffles me. You have to have a license for this just to use it for YouTube.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean,
But luckily, we're a channel that makes negative money on our channel, so you get no profits off of it.
yeah.
So it's
The monetary gain's not there.
yeah. So it sounds like it's legal.